morning. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Relentless live trading. We're back on for another day. The other day we caught 70 pips. We caught yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before, sorry. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Good morning, Nella. Good morning. I tell you what, you know when you put that picture on in the group, Nella, the other day, the pies. I was in a cafe the other day and I had to get 2 apple pies, 2 slices of apple pies. And I thought of you with that pie list. Love an apple pie. Lovely. My hair, I haven't even done my hair. This is how I sleep, basically. Hair up. Morning, Jordan. How are you doing, mate? Yeah, so I've still currently got bedhead. Look like Jason Momoa there, don't I? From Wish. Man, if you ordered Jason Momoa from Wish, this is what I'd look out. This is what you'd get. How's everyone doing? How's the trading been? Did you catch anything yesterday? I didn't catch anything yesterday. Nothing going on. There was nothing on New York session. If you watched that with me and Vic, we didn't take anything. We were looking at GBP CHF, but Vic didn't like the look of it, and rightly so, because it did push up. She's like a witch, Vic. She just knows what's going to happen. Weird. I honestly think she is a witch. Like, nothing gets past her. Nothing. I had a spot in my arse the other day and she knew it was there. She knew it was there before even I knew it was there. Crazy, man. You got GBP AUD from Sarah's trade. Not sure why I took it, but hopefully it plays out. Nothing else. Yeah, well, I mean, the trade ideas, Jordan, are like, you just scroll back through them and you see the win rate, so it's really good. The trade IDs are mainly for people if you want to make some money now, type of thing, or you want to pass some challenges quick. It's to help you. However, don't just rely on them. Like, you need to learn the skill, really, because you will go through a phase of, well, I'll just take the trade ideas. I'll use them to get funded and I'll use them to trade with. And the trade IDs, what we offer, well, you have a scroll through, you'll see the very high win rate and absolutely smashing it. So with the Dean stuff, you won't understand why she's taking it, because it's from the Dean and she's not allowed to tell you either, because she's, well, everyone who's got the Dean has to sign an NDA, so she's not allowed to tell you. But yeah, they're from the Dean, so I'm sure they'll do alright. I'm not saying they all win mine, because it's trading, it's impossible. Right, guys, so now let's go into a top down. Price has done exactly what we said it was going to do, right? And I'll explain why. So remember I said that the weekly needs to come down and tap its zone. It hasn't done that, and it can still flip. Look what's happening. It's came down, it's tapped its zone. I actually had this zone tap. I wanted this zone tapping. And remember I said, okay, this is going to be our target, and we're not going to take sells below here, because this is an area where the weekly can reject from. Look what's happened. It came down, rejected, and flipped bullish. Okay, because technically, this has closed bearish on no support. There's no support here, so we don't actually know why it's done it. So the only thing I'm thinking of is this is just a fake out back into the area, and this is just a retest to come and fill the rest of the range, because the range we're in on the weekly is this one. You could probably say this if you wanted to, but yeah, this one. So therefore, where should we be coming up? Well, we're currently in this. We had a fake out back into the area. You come back down. You've tapped previous support now, which is what I always wanted. Remember I said we can sell down because we haven't tapped previous support. We've now tapped it, and we flip back to the upside, and there's only 1 day left. So it's going to be very interesting how this weekly closes. If this weekly closes bearish, then potentially, yes, that could look like then we're going to start coming past these lows. But if we close any way bullish, then next week we should look to do this push next week up. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at the minute. So what does that mean for us today? Well, it means for us today that we could just consolidate today and we could close doji, or this weekly could be the one what starts to push. I can't see us driving that much. Have we got news? But if we do come and create a steeper top wick, is the weekly going to drive? That's what we could get as well. Oh, I mean, we could come all the way up, because if you look at these, look at that candle, that was up there at one point. So yeah, we could come through. But there's only one day left, and we don't know how long it took this candle to do that. So it's basically, to do that, we would need a daily candle looking like this. I just don't think we're going to get it, are we? We might get something like that, but I just don't think we're going to get it. Okay, so that's the weekly. Now, I know I jumped to the weekly instead of the monthlies, because the monthly is the same scenario. It does look like we're probably going to close some sort of doji. We might be small bullish, we might be small bearish. We don't know. Until we close bearish of some sort, we've got no structure here, we're still pushing. Okay, but it does look like we can push past this and close past this without coming to tap these levels at 229. 229. Okay, so I would imagine us coming down, but when, I don't know. It could take a couple of weeks, because remember, these are monthly candles. So the weekly, what is the weekly going to do? Now, this is where it's a bit tricky now, because I would be very cautious taking sells down, but that could be the weekly flipping back to the downside to break the lows and close like that. So we could take sells. We could take both, actually. We could take both. But what I don't like about it is the sells, is because we've already done this wick and that was our advantage point. So we've now got no advantage point. We've got no advantage point to make the risk a lot lower. So we'd have to be very careful if we're taking sells. But we know the weekly can push and create steeper top wick. So I'm happy for sells, but it's whether this weekly can come and create a steeper top wick. Now the daily then. So the daily was heavily bullish. Now what happened, we've got to look at that. Every time when we tap this level at 2301, what happens to price next? Okay, so we had a tap here, we came back up, and we then pushed these levels. So could we see price coming up to there? Let's mark this up. You actually pushed to 2352. So that would be, I wouldn't probably take any buys above there. Okay. But the zone itself isn't on these levels. Another time here, we then pushed to these levels where we're at now, and then we came back down. So could we come back down? Another time we here, and then we pushed all the way up to these levels, pushed up to this. So could we look at wing back sells? Probably. I don't know whether I'd take the sells. But then if you look at all these candles, what did the next candle do? Close bearish. Close bearish. And yeah, on yesterday's stream, not yesterday's, the day before, I mentioned now gold does this a lot with the dailies. The dailies can print a bullish candle, and then the next daily will be bearish, and then bullish, and then bearish. It does it quite a lot. So at the moment, guys, this daily, it hasn't closed back. Well, these ranges are a bit skew with. So if you say this is a range here, it's closed above. If you say this is your range, then it's closed below, still respecting. So it's really not a nice daily candle. I would probably say that's the best fit for the daily, because you've got this here, you've got this here, you've got these here, this, this. So I would say we have actually broke above. Now we haven't had much of a bottom wick, but do we need that bottom wick now? Because the weekly's already created the bottom wick, and that was this. We've tapped previous support, which is fantastic. The 4 hour was bearish, no bottom wick on this 4. We broke into that range. We haven't filled the range yet on the 4, doesn't look like. Let's have a look. Actually, yeah, we have. What is this? We have tapped it. 4's not really telling me much. Fours. I don't know whether I like the 4 range. The 4 ranges are like, I would probably say that's the 4 there. So you could argue that you've broke out. Let's have a look at the 3. 3's bullish. 2's closed bullish. Didn't break above. Annoyingly. You're still respecting this level. The 1 still closed respecting. I think if we just get a 1 hour close above this, what happens to price? We've got 48 minutes though to wait. We haven't broke out yet, guys, so let me put the, what did we? No, that's the hour for me. So if we can get an hour, the thing with this hour, the next hour can easily drive through. Look at this one. Drive up to 2329, drive up 2330, drive straight through 2330, straight through. So I don't think we're going to get that really nice break above. So it means we can come down to a lower time frame. But I would be looking at something like this for my target. Because when you break above there, that's an area where you tend to tap and you can reject from. What's this here? Have we already tapped that? So we did here. 15 close bullish. I probably would have took this 15 even though it didn't break out, because you're going to have to break the highs. So if we get a 15 close above here, what happens to price? Let's have a look. So you push through. Maybe the 15 might be like that. Maybe better fit for the 15. 15. Back below. 15. 15. Pull back. So if we get a 15 close above and we get a pull back, we can get buy stops on. 15 push through. If it pushes straight through, that's the advantage point gone. Good morning, Jack. How are you doing, mate? Again, straight through. Yeah, you do tend to come and tap. Oh, it's getting like closer and closer. So if we get a 15 close above this 2327 and we get a bottom wick. You know what, it's a few times I've seen this. What's this here? Let me have a look at these 15s again. Close, didn't come back there. Straight through. Nah, I wouldn't take that, guys. Wouldn't take that. Straight through. The daily hasn't landed in a nice area. See how this 15 is going to close. The only way I'd take this if I get a bottom wick. Get a bottom wick, we get buy stops on this side, but at the minute, nada. The hour has closed respecting. So the thing is, we don't actually need much of a bottom wick now, because this is the pullback as well. So this is a pullback. So whether you're going to close above, the 4 would be the nicest. I don't really want to wait for the 4. If you get a forward close above, wait for a bottom wick, you should be coming to fill the range at 2334. So it's a nice range. That's probably the cleanest with the 4. But you might come and tap it already off this 4. I think we're going to have to wait for... What's a 30? Does 30s close respecting as well? Okay. It's a 15's got no top wick. 15's close respecting. Could we pop up then? So 1 hour's respecting. What's the 4 done? The 4's got no top wick. It's had a big pushing candle already. So what can these 4s do? Don't think I would take a wing back. Daily's already done a bottom wick. It's got no top wick yet. I think if anything, I would like this getting tapped and then we close back below to take sells. That's the only way I would take sells, because but the daily's broke out. I don't think I would take sells. I think we're gonna have to wait. They're very dangerous setup at the minute. You've got candles close respecting, you've got small ranges, but big ranges for stops. It's just not worth it at the minute. I think we need to wait for some more candles to print. So we'll wait for this 15, see what this 15 does. At the minute, we might have to wait for the hour. Jack, how my mindset has changed about weekends. I used to love Fridays, but since being funded, Sunday nights become more exciting for me. That's exactly what happens. You're like, oh, on the weekend, mate, you just get bored. You're itching for Sunday night to open, just so you can have a quick glance at the chart and then ready for Monday. How long have you been with us now, Jack? Oh guys, I've got an update. Yes, so on 2 days ago when we caught that 70 pip move, yeah, I've put it on my logbook, but I haven't put it down as I've just put it down what the stream account took. Now I actually didn't get stopped out on my personal account, so I made some lovely profit, right? But that's all we made on stream, because I got stopped at break even though I was like 5-6 pips away, and it still stopped me out, so it really annoyed me. So what I've done, I've still kept it on stream because it's on stream. I need everything transparent on stream. But the only issue I've got now is when I contacted my broker about this account. So the way I trade, the way I do my live streams is this is on a 200k demo account, right? And the reason it's on a 200k one is because I want to try and cater it for around the prop firms, because you know when we're not lucky enough to be inherited some money, or well, I say lucky when you inherit, right? You've obviously lost a loved one, or we haven't got a large amount of money to put in. We haven't got 100k to put into a live account to trade with. So people like us, we've got to use funded accounts, right? So, and there's not many trading companies what cater around that, and that's what we do. We sort of push you down the getting funded route. A lot of trading companies will just say, right, put $500 into my broker, yeah, and then we'll build it up for you. But yeah, that's not what I recommend. So we cater around the prop firm. So it's a 200k account, and I risk 2% per trade, and I only take 2 trades. Right, if I lose 2 trades, that's it. I'm done for the day. That's a 4% risk. So you should not violate the rules, right? The reason it's on a demo account is because on my other account I withdraw. I didn't want it to affect the MyFX book. Okay, so then I thought, okay, put that on a demo account, and then what I've do is I've got a trade copy here, goes to all my live accounts. Okay, so when I say I've made $110, obviously I haven't. I've made obviously more than that because it's on my other live account. It goes to all my others, but obviously I want. On YouTube, I want pure transparency where you see the journey all the way through, for a full year, 2 years, whatever. You can see us trading, we're tracking everything. Every trade's got the link on, okay? Now the issue we've got here, so I contacted my broker and I said, look, these spreads are ridiculous on my demo. I need them smaller because I scalp. And they were a bit useless, absolutely useless. So I had a bit of a rant with them. I won't tell you which broker it is. So I had a bit of a rant with him, and I've decided to leave them, so I've left them. Okay, and I have actually got a live account with them as well, so I've pulled my live account away as well. So the only issue, what this means now is I've had to change the demo. So I've changed the demo. I've had to change the MyFX books, MyFX links. Okay, so I'm not going to have the data on the MyFX book from all these, November, December. I'm not going to have the date on the MyFX book, so I just want to obviously keep these all updated. However, for obviously we've got quite a lot of people who have watched us from the start. You can clearly see that every trade's been tracked and every trade's on a link, so you could probably do all the work and out yourself. So it's just to give you a heads up that the MyFX book of the old account is now not available because it's not there anymore, and I've got a new one. Okay. Unfortunately, however, these should be a lot better spreads. I shouldn't be getting stopped out and then price pushing for 70, 80 pips, because that was fucking annoying. But anyway, yeah, keep us updated. Morning all, happy Friday. 8 months you've been with us and you've funded already, fantastic. The quickest we got somebody funded from no experience was 6 months. That was the quickest, so you were close, very close, well done mate, class. And I take it you've just followed all the education from us. You've got the Dean, haven't you, Jack? Have you got the Dean? Just to open loads of smaller accounts and copy trades. What about if you was to open loads of smaller accounts and copy trades? What do you mean? I mean, you can open smaller accounts. There's no point. Like, if you've got £1,000, instead of opening a £100 account, there's no point. You might as well just open a £1,000 account. Yeah? And then just... But what I like to do, I do like to have one account what I trade with and then I copy these to my others. But I got forced into that because of YouTube streaming. I didn't want to flick between my other accounts because I use a trade copier. What account do I use? And also, it's a personal thing. I don't want you to know how much money I make. You know, because there's another thing in trading where we live in this world on Instagram that traders will show you they're making, as in personal, what they make and doing withdrawals and that. You won't get that from me because I'm not here to. It makes no difference to me whatsoever whether you follow us or not, or follow me or not. It makes no difference. My aim is not to build up my social media. Yeah, my aim is to keep improving my personal trading because that's where I make my money. It's not about social media. Okay, so it's a personal. It's like me saying to you, well, show me your bank account. You know what I mean? So I was not willing to trade my live accounts on YouTube. So the best plan was to demo trade copy to the others, and then no withdrawals are happening on this account. You can see this account grow all the way up throughout the year, 2 years, 3 years, or whatever, however long we're doing it for. Morning, Ma. Good to see you. We're just waiting, mate. There's nothing going on at the minute. Yeah, followed all education and highly recommend watching replays if you can't watch live. Yeah, nice one, mate. Oh, you don't have the Dean yet? Oh, nice. Joe, that's really good. Because passing challenges takes time with Meraki method. It does take time. It takes a long time, as you can imagine, because it's small scalping pips. And if you take a loss, it's going to put you back 4 or 5 trades. So it can take time to pass challenges, but you can pass them. You can pass them, but it does take time. Can you share name of new broker? I've just gone with Rwanda. I also got stopped when you did I also got stopped when you did it. Did you? Yeah. Well, I think there's like 11-second delay on YouTube. So when I enter, price can push that little bit further than you guys enter. Okay. So there's a slight difference. For me, I was about 5 pips away, and it still stopped me. And the spread shouldn't be that big. But the way Yeah, I wasn't happy with the reply either, and I just, yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. You get loads of brokers like this. I've gone with a Wanda, me. So Wanda is one of the most sort of reputable brokers, and if you want to trade through TradingView as well, so not using MT4, you just trade direct through TradingView. Wanda's one of the brokers where you can do that. Oh, use the trade IDs as well. Nice one, mate. You'll have to get on a podcast with Andy and Vic. Whether you're up for it or not, some people find it scary. What's everyone doing on the weekend then? There's not what we can do here yet, guys. We're going to have to wait for an hour close. We need to see if we're going to carry on respecting this or whether we break above. Oh, you've already done one? When did you do that? I've not seen that one. Or have you just done it recently? That'll be out today then if you do. 4 days ago. Oh, Jack! So it'll be out today. The podcast will be out today, won't it? Let me see. I've just asked, when is it coming out? Nice, mate. So, if we do carry on respecting this area, could we get... I would like a break of the highs before taking any sells down. Taking sells are risky here, but we'd have to be aggressive with stops. Like taking sells today, I think. I'm so glad I didn't get on the stream yesterday though, guys. Did anybody catch anything yesterday? Because literally, for me, you would not have been able to get in anywhere. You might have took this. However, you're so bearish. I don't know whether you would have took it. You might say, well, I want to break this low before coming up. So I don't think I would have took that. But that is the only place you could have potentially got in. There. And then price just went up and up and up and just hardly pulled back. So you would have just watched price all morning. Also, if my trade ideas, right, which I deleted, but it did act because it pushed further down. It was, I can't remember the area it was. I think it was here. If we came back up for me, I would have kept it on, but it didn't. We pushed further. Me trade IDs, we had a trade ID on which would have played out nicely. I think it was this area. Was it this area? Let me have a look. For a wing back sell. Did anyone keep it on? Let's have a look where that trade ID was. It was 2325. 2325. 0.55. So we would have been 23.5. We're about there. That was the trade idea. And the take partial move to break even was 2321, which is 232168. 232168. Ooh, you might not have made it down there. You would have made it down there, sorry. So yeah, that would have been bloody lovely, that. So you would have been activated on this one here. We had a wing back sell for me. I did delete it only because we pushed further down. I thought you got loads of liquidity. I didn't know what was going. I was not expecting this. I didn't think we'd come back up that aggressively. But if you did keep that trade idea on, look at that, guys. Tap. Hardly any drawdown. Tap. Straight away. These are hourly candles, so it would have hit pretty nicely. 37 pips. Has that got the fives? What would that look like? Oh my god. 10 minutes you would have grabbed that. 5 minutes? Up. Tap. Tap. 5 minutes. 37 pips. Oh well. That would have been nice. Can't win them all, can we? Can't win them all. Oh, we're pushing back down here. The thing I can see what might happen, you've got no bottom wick on this 4. The thing, oh shit, we fell off my chair. But the thing with the 4s is you have closed respecting a zone. But the issue we've got is we're coming back up. So we've came off from these levels. Yeah. 4 more popcorn. Yeah. So we're up. And it looks like the only place where we've came up and rejected here. So we need to find areas where we've came from these levels. We've come up and then tapped this. What's happened next? That's what we need to look at. Alright, so let's have a look. So here we came up straight through, but we got this. So it's not looking like this. If anything, we're looking more like this one. And what happens? We actually push straight through to 2334. But we've had a pullback, so again, this is doing something different. So we're going to have to avoid this, disregard this one. You've got one here where you've pushed straight through, you've tapped here, and then you've dropped through the floor again. So can we drop through the floor again? And if that's the case, that would be the weekly pushing back bearish, which it can do. But what would we want to see? Well, we'd probably want a forward close back below 2320 to take themselves. You've got another one where you come back down, because is that the first time we've been down there? I think it is, isn't it? Here. So could we come back down for a bottom wick? Another bottom. So this is the only thing we're looking at the moment. This one. We've also got this one here, straight up. You tap, then potential wing back areas, and then you come back down to this level. So could we see us push 2320? Potentially. But the only issue we've got, I think we did push 2320, didn't we? We came up, broke out, came back to 2320, and then we closed bullish. Then we dropped again. So came up, back down to 2320, and then we closed bullish. So that tells me that this 4 is likely going to close bullish. I don't know whether it's going to break out or whether it's going to close like this, which means absolutely nothing to us, because it means we probably just couldn't get in. If we do close respecting though on the 4, what we can do is look for a wing back sell from here. That's probably what I would take, but that's only if, because we would need to come and tap this. So I would need this tapping. Let's go this one actually. To be fair, we could probably do that. So if we don't come down and tap 2315, have we already tapped it? Let me just have a look. No. So if we don't come down and tap 2315, and the forward closes bullish, but doesn't break above 2327, that tells me that this is not enough liquidity to drive up. So you're gonna have to come and break these lows. So if we can then get on the next 4, a push up, tap, we could take a wing back sell to then come down to push that. That's potentially what we could do. We'd just be aggressive with stops again because we are bullish, but because the weekly can do anything, it can push further back down or it can flip bullish. We don't know what it's going to do. This is the thing. Because I think we're just going to consolidate today. I think the weekly's just going to close in and around this area, which we would get something like this. So this is the closest thing we've got to what we're seeing this here. So are we just going to get this on the 4? And if that's the case, we're not going to get anything before the 4 hour. Okay, you're just not going to move. But the new 4 could push up, break the highs, and then drop. I don't like taking wingbacks up so close to a 4 hour close, because the next 4 can drive straight through it. That's the issue you've got. That's all we've got, isn't it, data wise? Let's have a look what the hours look like on that. The only issue we've got here, right, is this is on a downtrend and we're on an uptrend. No, we're not. We are on a downtrend, aren't we? We come down and then pull back. This is the area we're looking at here. We've been up these levels, come straight through, tap this level, back up, messed about, came up, down, didn't come straight through, so maybe this is the only thing I can see this. Let's have a look what the hour looks like on this. So this is what the hour looks like. We come up, we close respecting, then you close bearish, then you break out on the 1 hour. So if we get that bearish close on the 1, which we haven't had, and then we get a breakout but we don't drive on the hour, we can potentially still take this, because this would be a range 1 breakout, and that's where you get your fake outs. And if we get a close back into the range, fantastic, we're in the money. So that's what I look for, guys. So what I want to see is this, right? Now, so what I would need a bearish 1 hour close in 20 minutes, okay? And then, if this comes up and taps it, fantastic, I'll take it. But if it doesn't, and we get a close out like that and don't drive, as in we don't break above these levels, so if we close something like that, then what I will do, if the new candle, ideally with no top wick, that'd be even better. And this hour, as this pushes up, we can take it looking for the fake out back into the area. And if we do get that, literally we are in the money, because you're not coming back to that level. There's only one place to come, and that's to come and fill this range back down, and that would be a range of 100 pips. But that's what I'd be after, guys, because don't get any form where you don't start entering thinking, okay, you're going to drive down now. You haven't even broke any highs here. I don't know whether you can just drive straight down from here. I would probably think you'd need to break a high. So that's what I'm after. That is what I'm after. That's what I would like. That's the only thing I've got going on. If I don't get that, probably won't be able to get in unless it's off the 4. I'm just thinking though, because we've been up there and this came up, close respected. Could this be this bit here? Is this where it's dropped through the floor? And if it is, what happens next? So if it does, well, it can be. That means we're going to come to 2, 3, 15. Did we come to 2315? We didn't. So I don't think it's that. I think if anything it's going to be this one. I think this is this. Up, tap, back down, then back up, and then come back up. I think we're on this here. Yeah, this is what I'd want to see. Wing back sells from 2331. You could potentially go like that, I suppose. Where would stops have to be though? Let's have a look if we drive up. Everyone's eyes have massively opened up because there's a 70 pip stop. The only issue with this is if the daily does decide to flip and drive, it'll literally power through. This is what I'm saying. So if the daily flips to the upside, right? If the daily does flip to the upside and push past this wick, you're probably going to drive. But if anything, this would be a last line of defence. So yeah, stops could be there. And if you get stopped on that, you're not interested because you're going to be pushing to at least 2352. You can't have stops up there, 2352. But you've got to understand that this is a counter trend trade. So we would be moving stops aggressively because the daily's bullish, and imagine what this candle will look like when it flips. And what you tend to get as well, you can get, as it flips, you can then get an aggressive push. Where is that? 4 hour. It's here. So why did we do? See, this is the difference. This is the difference. This might not play out, but it's the only thing what looks similar. But look at the difference. Bearish on the daily, clean traffic technically coming back down. Where this one, bullish on the daily, can flip and push 2337. So there's a bit of contradiction there. Very tricky morning, guys. It's good though because it really helps you trade and stuff like this. So we'd have to be very careful on this. It means we might not take the wing back sell, but what we could do is, let's say the next candle does break out, does that. What we can do, or even if this one comes up, not take the hour, but sell stop underneath. Because what that means is, even if the hour does close up there, you're probably going to tap previous support and then flip if you're going to carry on. But if you are going to fake out, you're then going to break the lows and drive through. So that there would rule out the daily flipping and driving. See how we've just got rid of the risk there? We've identified. Oh shit. Here, leaving latte. Latte. So we were looking at wing back sells, but we know the daily can flip and drive. So the way we get rid of the risk, we just say, okay, we won't take the wing back sell, but we could take the sell stop underneath. This sell stop's not on, guys, so just be aware. We could take the sell stop underneath if we get something like this. So I would take that, and our target would be down to 2320. I would take that if that happens. So it's just a case of closures back below here once we come and tap this level, and we look to take this. For buys up, because I would prefer buys, but the issue I've got now is I probably need the 4 hour bottom wick gone to take buys, because the 4 hour's got no bottom wick. And if price comes down to here, the target, it would make sense because that would be the 4 hour bottom wick gone, because there's the bottom wick here. So if I can get that tapped, I'll take buys above here. I probably would have took buys further down here up to fill the range, but because we filled the range, we missed the move. And if you look at this, if we look left, so let's pretend we're on this here. The 4 closes bullish. You pull back, you flip bullish. Yeah? And then look at this bearish candle, look what happens to it. Comes down, taps this level. Yes, I know this has got a bottom wick, but I'm just trying to show you how one candle can come down, tap a bottom wick area. So could we get, if we get a forward close above, and I get a bottom wick, pull back, fantastic. We could even take wing back sells from here, to be honest with you, if the 4 closes above. So fairly straightforward for buys, we just need a 4 close above. But if we push above there, we can potentially sell below as well, which is strange because it is quite close. No, you didn't miss anything, mate. We're just waiting. We've got potential, definitely got potential areas. Everyone happy with the plan? But I don't think this is going to happen yet. I think if anything, what time is it? 9 o'clock. So this closes at 9. So this closes like this. And then 10 o'clock closes like that. And then 11 o'clock pushes up. Flips. So we're probably looking about 11 o'clock. Unless something pops out. Unless something pops out. To me. I know it's boring, isn't it? Boring. Yeah, Jack, your podcast is going live today. Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna lie in the bath and just listen to you. Listen to the podcast. We'll get the tunes on, guys. We'll get the tunes on. I want to have a look of this area. Because the price does pull back first, could we potentially take a wing back buy back up? Oh, where's my bloody green box gone now? It's here, isn't it? This is what I think we're getting today, guys. This. I want to see what the hours do. If they do drive, how far is it going to drive? We can wing back by from here. And would I take it? I don't know whether I would take it, you know, because the weekly is still bearish if you think about it, right? Look at this popping up now. What are you doing? Because we could also buy up. If the 15 closes above and we get a bottom wick breaks the lows, we could potentially get buy stops on the other side as well. 19 pips. I just don't like these 15s. The 15s are not the best, I don't think. Look at that fake out there. That's what I'm saying, you would have to have a bottom wick. No, fake out again. Straight back in. I don't know whether I like the 15s. The hour's about to close now. Ooh. What if the hour closes above here? Two, three. I would prefer the 4, you know, but I just don't know whether this 4 can actually drive. The 4s only tend to drive to 2332 or 2334. Still another hour left of this 4. But look at this 4 here, this big pushing 4. It only taps our wing back area. It's nearly filled the range. So if this 1 doesn't tap this area and pulls back first, if this 1 closes like this, could we buy up? 9 minutes, that's as long as we don't tap. Can you see me okay, guys, with the music? If we don't tap it, and we pull back, probably need a pullback to this. You could argue and say you've already broke the low, so you have got liquidity to push up. You don't want to get caught on this though, that's the issue. If you get a fake out here, right, it's good that this hour has actually done it, because if we do get a fake out here back into the area, it's going to happen on the next candle, so it just brings everything forward by an hour. That's if we're going to do it. This is the range 1 breakout. So for me to take buys up, I need a bottom wick. I'd need a bottom wick coming to the body at least. But that's as long as we don't tap this, because this is our advantage point. If we tap this on this hour, then I wouldn't be taking it really. I'd just wait for the 4 hour. Does that make sense? Do you all understand why I do things? Like, am I explaining it okay for you? If you don't understand, I mean 3 months to 6 months on the streams, you'll soon start understanding. Ooh, look at what you're doing. What are you doing? Seven minutes, guys. We can't do our. We're gonna wait for this hour. See what this hour does. I'm just gonna take this brew back. I'll be back in a second, guys. minutes for a close, hey? Yeah, we need to roll out this fake out. I need a pullback. Every time you get an hour close, where do you push? Close, push. Probably need to pull back fairly, you know. What a tune! I can get a pull back to this, guys. I can get a pull back to that. I'll get buy stops on. With no, it's got to have no top wick though. Morning gears, how you doing, mate? How are you doing? You haven't missed anything yet. We're gonna see, we need to see if we're gonna get a fake out here. It's a strange day today because the daily's bullish and it's closed into the range, but the ranges are so skew-if, so it's still respecting these ones, but broke above these ones. So, but the weeklies contradicts it. I know the weekly's tapped its previous support now, but what is this weekly going to do? Is this weekly going to drive, or is this weekly going to close bullish but small bullish, therefore we're not going to move much today? Or is it going to flip back to the downside to carry on breaking the lows? That's what we're working out. I'm looking at that daily like ready to flip. I'm not convinced with that steep bottom right, man. I'm just not convinced, guys. What's the hour done? 1 minute. Look at the hour. See what I mean? Look at that. This is why we can't. The 5 breakout. Back into the range. Ooh, you little sausage. Okay, so we're back to that original plan. See if we can get a break to the high. We're not bothered about that now. So this is what we're after. We're after a breakout, and then a fake out. If we can get that back into the area, fairly straightforward. We're going to sell from here. I'm going to sell from here down. That's what we're doing. Some banging tunes in this room today, guys. Some banging tunes. We're just waiting, guys. No FOMO if this 1 hour does drive back down, right? No FOMO. It's trying to catch you out. It's trying to suck you in. So this is where we might get that fake out. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to wait. There's nothing I can do, really. Buy's looking good, mate. Would have to use the previous 30-minute low. 24 stops, because if do break 24 stops, it'll take 20s easily. Then there's some room to drop more towards 200-300. Yeah, you're right, mate. But I can't take that at the minute. Yeah, I've got to wait. I've got to wait. If we do, though, get a big pushing candle up, we could potentially take wing back sell, right? But it would have to be a big pushing candle. I do like the buys as well. I would prefer the buys, believe it or not. However, there is a reason it can come back down now. So to get the buys, you're going to have to wait for forward close above, and then you're going to need a bottom wick anyway. So I would need that pullback anyway before taking buys, but I would prefer the buys. Yeah, I haven't got that, man. 15 really struggling to break the highs. Don't forget to listen to the Relentless podcast today, where we have Jack, who joined us 8 months ago and is now a funded trader. Fantastic. It's 15. Is this 15 going to break out? You'll just see in the announcement, Jordan, there'll just be an announcement saying the podcast episode so and so is available. You just listen to it on Spotify if you've got Spotify. I don't know what time it'll come out though. Just when Mix puts it out there really. If it's all recorded and she's done the edits and that'll just be... it'll be out soon. I think she normally does it end of play, so people can... basically she does it at the end of play so then people can sort of have something to listen to over the weekend. Because let's be honest, you're not going to be watching the England match, are we? I'd rather watch Paige dry at the minute. I'm dreading it. I know what's going to happen. He's going to play the exact same 11 what he played against Slovenia. It's going to really frustrate me. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, drop us a like. That'd be much appreciated. Really helps the channel out, you see. If you're new and you're watching, subscribe to the channel, jump into our Discord via the Linktree button in the descriptions. We're here to play banging tunes, catch some pips, and chew the fat, as they say in the north. I'm not taking this 15, guys, even though if you do get a breakout, you could potentially come to 2, 3, 30. But for me to take buys, I would want the hour, the 4 to break above, and then I'd need a bottom wick. I don't know what's coming over me, guys. Just have to move. Move right now. But if we get this fake out here, this could be nice. Could be really nice. If this hour closes with no top wick, I would be interested for this wing back sell, but it is risky. You got to understand it is risky, yeah, because the daily's flipping. Then we could drive on the daily, so it is riskier. But what I'm thinking is, why did we do this? Why didn't this one break above? Why? We have broken a low now, so is this enough liquidity? I don't think this is enough liquidity to drive past all this. I might be wrong. So for me, I think we're probably going to get a fake out here, back into the zone, and then we're going to come down for a steeper bottom wick, and then we'll come back up. That'll be enough liquidity now. We might even break this low, tapping 2315, which would make sense, and then that's broke this low. You've now got liquidity for the weekly and the daily to flip back to the upside and drive, if it's going to do that, mind, because remember, the weekly and the daily is contradicting themselves. Yeah, the daily is bullish, the weekly is bearish, and we're on the last day of the week, so anything can happen here. Oh, look at that 15, you little bugger. No top wick, so I wouldn't take this anyway, but look at that, no top wick here either. It is a good advantage point when you get stuff like that, but I'm not touching it, guys. If this is your trade though, by all means take it. tell you what, there's literally no excuse for it not to come home. Like with them players and the draw we've got, like you would think it's coming home, 100% you would. But the only person who's stopping it from coming home, the only one person will stop it from coming home, and that's Gareth Southgate. His selection, his tactics. He's clearly telling the players to do certain things, what's just making them feel uncomfortable. No FOMO, you guys. This can easily pop up to 2-3-3-0, but I won't be taking that. I'd need a forward close, and I'm just looking left, to be honest. Would I even take a forward close? Because look, you get a forward close up here, and you pull back with an X4. Look at that 4 though. Ooh, look at that 4. I mean, this would be nice if we got this. If we did get the forward close and then we got the bearish fake out on the 1, that would be lovely. I mean, are we going to get that? I don't think we're going to get that, man. I sort of, in a weird way, I want the 4 to close respecting. The 4 can come and tap our wing back area. Right, I don't know whether I would take that. The daily puts me off. The dailies really put me off taking this wing back sell here. Don't think I can take it, because if it is going to drive, it can really drive. Oh, right there, because that's a big pushing 4. 4 stops, pulls back. 4 stops, pulls back. 4 stops, pulls back. But then you've got this. What is this? Straight through. Why has it done that? And you've got another 4 comes all the way to potential stops. So you could drive straight through to 2, 3, 3, 6. Doesn't quite hit stops, but it's the daily. The daily's really put me off. But this wing back area, even if the 4 closes up there, you should still come back. It's just the daily I don't like. I would prefer just taking sells below if you come back in there. I can't take that, guys. I can't take that wing back, guys. It's going to be interesting on this 1 hour closes. We know this one can come and tap. So this is doing exactly what we want it to do, right? So if we get this, we can be in the money. So we get an hour breakout like this. This hour closes like this, right? And then the new hour fakes out back into the area. I will be taking sells from here down. That's what I'll do. If price wants to drive, fantastic. I would wait for the forward to close, bottom wick, which is in 35 minutes, and I'd only take a buy stop above. I'd take a buy stop above. So what that means is, wherever that next hour closes, whether it pulls back, we get a buy stop on. But if it closes in, we wait for that hour to close, we get a top wick, we get a sell stop on, and we get rid of the buy stop. The next hour basically is going to dictate, literally dictate, the direction of this I would think. But if the 4 closes out here in 35 minutes, and then we get that fake out on the 1 hour back into the area, you're still bullish on the 4. However, you will close respecting these levels. So it has closed respecting a range. Ideally, I would have wanted the 4 closing respecting this, but I suppose it doesn't have to, does it? Yeah, we need to respect 2330 on the 4. It's got to close respecting. We have to close respecting. What about buys? I would need a pullback to at least previous support if you close respecting here. So we have a few options, guys. We've just got to wait. Can we get a fake out on this? That's the thing. No. It could drive now, guys. No FOMO. It's not my trade to take. If it does. Look at that big 1 hour pushing candle. And then it dropped back down. Oh, look at price pushing. See what I mean? This is the 4. This could be the 4. And the 4 can actually push all the way to close to stops up here. I'll tell you what we could do though. I'll tell you what we could do. If 30 minutes. The 30 minutes is going to close any time now. I don't know, I like that. I've got to wear it. Gold's pretty strong, to be fair. No top wick on this 15. This 15 looks like it's closing bullish. So this is not bad. We've broke the highs now, right? So what does that mean then, now that we've broke the highs? You can take this 2 ways. You can take it that, okay, we want to go that way. Or you can take it that you've now got liquidity to now drive down. 2 ways you can take it. Because we've got to say, okay, why didn't this bearish candle carry on to do this? It means that this wasn't enough liquidity. It ran out liquidity, so it needed to pull back. So it's only pulled back to there. Has broke a low, but is that now enough liquidity to now carry on driving? Or is that liquidity just to push to create the fake out back in? All these things we're questioning. I just don't know whether this is going to drive. It could do. I don't think it can. From previous data, don't think we'll drive. But I might be wrong. I'm not a wizard, guys. I don't have all the answers. I'm not always right. And again, we're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good on stream. I haven't took many trades. I was saying this to Vic the other day. I haven't took many trades on stream this month at all. It's just been weird. I haven't been able to get into trades. I think we took like 5, if that. 5 trades in June, I think it is. 4? 4 trades. I mean, we've had a few break evens this month, but I don't tend to put the break evens on here. Like that. 6. But this is what I'm saying. We've took 4 trades this month, right? 4 trades. And look at the profit. It's still decent. And this is on one 200k account. It's still decent. You don't have to take loads of trades in a month at all. Right? You don't need to trade that much really. I mean December, I think we had a loss in December, didn't we? Did we have a loss in December? I think we did. Oh, we didn't take money in. Yeah, we took a loss in December. And then we made it all back. So we're doing pretty good. 91%, nearly 92% win rate. We have. On stream. This is just on stream trades, okay. Obviously I take trades off stream as well. Okay. So I believe, was it February? I wasn't actually down in February. We were on stream, but I personally wasn't on my other accounts because I took other trades, which got me out of it. That makes sense. So we've had a profitable month every month, really. Nice. We just gotta wait here, guys. Not much we can do. Yes, it will. Who's in buys? Somebody will be in buys. Come on, I know. Someone will be in buys off the 15. The 15 played out like look, but no top wick would have put me off, so I probably wouldn't have took it anyway. If you are in buys, good luck. It's like 50-50 whether it's going to play out or not. Look at that hour as well, no pullback. Might mean we could mark execute on it. I don't know whether I would just move stops to the high, you know, because if you break the high, you're going to be pushing. So what I mean by that is if you do get this fake out, we could probably move stops to 2331. Because if you push above there, the plan's gone. That makes sense. So if we did market execute 46 pips, oh my god, that'd be like the smallest pips I've ever had. Well, obviously it'd have to be at this size. So if we do get this fake out, guys, back into the area, we could market execute and we'd have stops above the 50 pips. Because if you do push above that, that's the plan gone really. You're probably then going to be coming up. That would be the 4 then, because remember the 4 is going to break out here. The only thing I don't like is this 4 is now broke above here. But there is an area on the 4 where I have to go risk free here now. We have to go with a lot of these tunes, man. Nah, to be honest, I'll probably keep stocks where they are in case the 4 comes back up. We've still got another chance to get out. The 4 can push to 2334 and then still drop through the floor. That's what. Pips, yeah. If the 4 closes above 2330, guys, I'm probably going to call it, you know, because at that point you're going to be pushing to break the highs. Right there. I would need a bottom wick still. This is the thing. I would need a bottom wick. Oh, difficult area. It's because the daily and the weekly is contradicting itself. It doesn't know which way it's going to go. Is the weekly's bearish? Is this just a top wick for the weekly? Is this just coming back up to test the highs, to flip back to the downside, to fill the range back down? Therefore, is this structure getting created? If this weekly doesn't break above it, that means this is now becoming a prominent structure, right? But currently it's not. So the weekly can actually come up for a steeper top wick and test the previous wick if it wants to. Because the weekly technically should be coming up to 2414, which the daily agrees with that. The daily's flipping to the upside. So is this daily going to flip and drive? It's broke the highs now. So is this daily going to carry on driving? And what's going to tell us is if we don't get this fake out here, right? That's going to say, okay, well, we don't need a steeper bottom wick, therefore we can carry on driving. So this is why I would take the 4 hour, but there's a bit too much contradictions at the minute for me. I'll have to see. I'm just hoping something could just pop out for us on a lower time frame. To take buys, I'd need this 4. I need the 4 closed bullish and then a bottom wick, tapping previous support, and then I could get buys up. But I tell you what, if we get this fake out back down here, wow. Wowsy. Still got 20 minutes left for the hour to close. The Dean lot have took Holy Grail trades up on gold. Welcome to the stream, guys. If you're new to the channel, drop us a like and subscribe. If you're not new to the channel and you haven't liked, drop us a like. Really helps the channel out. Jump into our Discord via the Linktree button in the descriptions. We trade most weekdays from 8 AM London session, and we do 3 days a week for New York session as well. And all the schedules are put in the Discord group. We've got a very high win rate on stream. 70 wins, 9 break evens, 6 losses. I can't even remember how many full losses. I think we've had 1 full loss on that. All the rest have been partial losses. So we're doing pretty nice. Everything's tracked on our logbook. There's the stats. This is based off a 200k funded account, so all trades are staying within the rules of prop firms if you're on prop accounts. If you took every trade with us on stream and you want a 200k account, risking 2% per trade, these are the profits what you would have made in them months. Okay, so we have 91.94% win rate on stream, which stats not to be they're pretty good stats, to be fair. Like, if you have a look at the people on YouTube, I mean, a lot of people blag it anyway, but there's one guy what I used to look at. I looked at him like 3 times, and when I noticed his stats would, every time his stats were completely different, and then he was changing his format round on YouTube all the time, and sometimes he was getting rid of the stats and then he'd replace them, and they didn't add up. They all didn't. It was just like he was making them up. That's what you get, unfortunately, on social media. This is why we created Relentless, because we were sick to death of our members, or even just people in general, like myself, because I was one of these, getting done over off shite in the industry. Unfortunately, social media makes it very easy for people to look like gurus. Unfortunately, I know somebody who she's been trading 6 months and she's putting signals out. 6 months and she's putting signals out. And then you think, well, like, it's crazy, man, absolutely crazy. It's not, obviously it's not for me to say anything. I mean, I hope she smashes it, but I feel sorry for the people who get on, because all they're going to do, it'll take them a month or 2 months to realise, and by then they might have lost money, and it puts them back a month or 2 months or 3 months. It just puts them back from getting there, and that's my bugbear. People I spend months and months on shit, and then I realised it was shit, and I'd wasted 2-3 months. That's my issue. What we created Relentless, I wanted it pure slick. Everything's in order. It's created in a unique way where it's really been thought out, where it's going to get you to that profitability stage in the shortest period of time possible. Right? And everyone's different though. So look at Jack, he's been with us 8 months. Yeah, he's funded now. And the quickest we've got someone funded from no experience is 6 months. Now, he didn't keep his account. This is the thing. He didn't keep his account. However, to become a funded trader after just 6 months alone is fucking unreal. Really peaked on progress. So it shows our system, what we do at Relentless, works. And if you just follow the journey and the steps, you'll get there, man. You'll get there. Obviously I would say this, but you can hear it from the horse's mouth, as in the members. We're not an MLM, so it makes no difference to them whether they tell you we're fantastic or shit. It makes no difference. They don't get commission to get you on anything like that. But you can hear it from the horse's mouth. Reach out to our members. and they'll sort of tell you what we're about. We're just waiting, guys, for a 1 hour close, and then we want to see if we can get a fake out back into this area. If we can, then we're coming back down to 2324. That's what I'm after. Buys above, for me, I'd need 2324 tapped in order to take buys up to fill the rest of this range. So it's a strange one, because you might, but we might just carry on driving. This is the thing, we might carry on driving. If we tap previous support and drive, it's not my trade to take. I'm not willing to take it. If you guys want to take it, it's completely up to yourselves. But me personally, I would want this tapping before driving up. So like this, if we close around here, we tap these levels, and then I look to buy for buys up, because I know I can then come to at least this. That'll be my advantage point. But until I get this tapped, I'm not interested. So I want to see if I can get a fake out. Because if we do get a fake out back into the area, we're going to tap this. That's our advantage point down, but coming through to 2320. That's what I've got going on. Who are you voting for, guys? Let's go into politics. Who are you voting for? Or if you're voting at all. This, for me, like, there's no one to vote apart from, well, I know who I'll be voting for, but I mean, they're still all. My vote sort of doesn't make a difference, because it looks like Labour's going to get in anyway. I think the Conservatives will be like disappeared, gone. Honestly, I think they'll be gone. Nine minutes for an hour close. Oh, we're rejected nicely. I love these sayings about Gareth Southgate. Do you want to hear some? Gareth Southgate would wear a life vest in the shower. Gareth Southgate would clap when the plane lands safely. Gareth Southgate would wear a cycling helmet on an exercise bike. Gareth Southgate would eat a burger with a knife and fork. Gareth Southgate would wear swimming goggles in the rain. Gareth Southgate would put his phone on low battery setting. Low battery mode at 99%. Funny. The best ones I've heard is Gareth Southgate would flush a fart. He's got to start Gordon. He's got to start Gordon. He's got to start Palmer. Jordan. Yeah, we can't say that one, Jordan. You definitely can't do that one, mate. Southgate. 5 minutes. Look at this, how we're pulling back now, guys. How are we going to get the fake out? Here's the thing, though. We're going to have to wait another hour. We have to wait till 11 because I need the fake out. But we might be able to get buy stops on. But depending on where the 4 closes, if the 4 pulls back, I might get some buy stops on. But it'll probably be above the high. Tell you what, if we get this fake out on the hour, guys, could be really nice. That's if we don't reject for me. If we want to push up, and the weekly's going to take over the the daily's going to take over the weekly, that means we're going to just tap 2324. So we're not going to drive down, right? But if the weekly is going to take over the daily, and the weekly's going to drive further down, we could be in the money because the weekly might even come past all this, all the way back down to break the lows. Because if we get a bearish close on the weekly, let's say the weekly is going to drive down, back down, you're probably going to close in and around these levels. In and around, or you could even break below. So if we got something like this, if we got that, even breaking below that. You could actually end up like that. And that range, if we can catch it, nearly 400 pips. But then the next week, you're probably going to then get a top wick, and then you're back in this range, and this is a clean traffic range, guys. This all the way down is a clean traffic. So if we do get a close like that, I can't really see it coming back up. I think it'll drive from there. But we're trying to work out if you need another top wick before coming down. That's what we're trying to work out. You might need this. Or is this enough now to push further down? We don't know. We've got to see. 3 minutes for a close. Southgate makes his kids wear a helmet to soft play. Did you see about Gordon's crash? No? What do you call a Scotsman in the last 16? The ref. Oh, I felt sorry for the jocks, to be honest with you. I know they absolutely despise us, but let's be honest, can you blame them? What I've learned by living in Wales is I don't blame anyone hating the English. I don't blame any. I don't blame the Irish, the Welsh, or the Scots. Like, we used to bloody try and breed them out. Do you know what I mean? We used to try and breed them out, constantly taking control of them. I don't blame any of them hating the English. It's back in the day, obviously. And we do have this attitude like we're meant to win everything in football because we created it. Like, we need to understand that we haven't won anything since 1966. We are cack. We are cack. Oh, I love Wales, mate. Yeah, I love Wales. Yeah, I love Wales. House on the beach. Oh, you had an e-scooter crash. Oh. Thing is though, Gordon's not like a... What I love about Gordon, I wasn't very keen on him coming to Newcastle really, but now that I've seen more of him, he's so humble. His attitude, mate, he's so underrated, you know, by the English, massively. You Google the players who has previously won, played the tournament in the under-21s Euros. Obviously England won it, right? And he won that. It's quite rare. He won it. Look at the standard of the players, what they've turned into, who's won that award. He is going to be unreal. And he absolutely dominated the Euros under 21, right? And then nobody really talks about, even on TalkSport, it's all about Palmer. Palmer needs to start, Palmer needs to start. Look what Gordon done. He came on for 8 minutes. 8 minutes, that was it. Right? And he created more chances than the full England teams created for the 2 previous games. So for me, Gordon, it makes sense. Put him on the left. He's a natural left midfielder. I don't know why they're not starting. They're all talking about Saka and Bellingham, Foden and Palmer. For me, he'd be first on the team sheet. I'll watch him every week. I know what he's capable of. Yeah, well that's what I do. So if the weather's nice and it's high tide or even low tide, I can go off them rocks. I just literally grab my rod there, go to the back gate, straight to the rocks. I'll just do like an hour, come back. That's it. An hour a day or something like that. Fantastic. But it's very wavy today, so the waves look pretty good. So now I'm debating on getting my kayak out and going surfing. Really nice. I mean, I used to live in Hartlepool, and the sea there is like heart-stopping. You dip your toe in that sea, just a toe, one little toe, and your heart misses a beat. That's how cold it is, the North Sea. Okay guys, so we've had that hour close now, and we've closed respecting this minus support. It is only a minus support. Hello. Hey darling. I'm still on Sling, mate. Oh, a nice cup of tea. Oh. No? Oh, really? Oh, Rosie's been scratching at the door. Oh, I feel the cold soon be on the door. Yeah, I've got no sunshine today, it's just clouds. Do you like my music? Sounds like porn music, doesn't it? It's like non-copyright music. You can't have proper music on YouTube. Oh. We'll have a look after. Right. Let's mark this up here. See what this is then. Is this where the hours close? So we've had a bullish hour, bearish hour close, and now we've had a bullish break in the high. Are we going to get a fake out? And if we get a fake out, then I'll be in sells. Bullish, bearish, fake out, close respecting. Breakout, but close respecting. Can we now get a 1 hour close? So if I get a 1 hour close like that, I'll probably just market execute. Market execute coming down to 2324. That'll be my take partial move to break even. You could get away with stops up here, guys, right? Because the safest thing to do is put stops here. Because the fours, I think the fours can come into around these areas and then still reject and miss stops. So that would be the safest place. However, if you get this fake out back in, there's only one reason you're faking out. What I would need, if this 1 hour can give me a top wick, if this 1 hour can give me a top wick and then fake out, then you can put stops just above the high because you've already got a top wick on this. If you don't have a top wick on this and you get a fake out, then I would probably like stops up here because it means the next hour could come up and break all the highs and then come back down because there's a reason to come up. So we sort of want price to push higher up really. And remember, this might not happen here, right? It might not happen. We could carry on driving because the 4, if you look at the 4 now, the 4's technically broke above this zone. You broke out on the 4. Where's the next range on the 4? Well, the next range, you've got a minor range here, 2330, which you haven't filled yet. You haven't filled yet. So this 4 could close respecting. Right? Yeah, look, the 4's break out up. I don't like how that 4's closed really, but you have got this. What's this here? Let me mark this up. What is this? You could say it's closed respecting this range. So could we get something like this then? 4 straight through. So what we would get here is that hour close back below and then obviously the push down. So yeah, I probably would still take it. But it just means we've got to wait another hour, guys. Fortunately. And Vic was like, on a call yesterday, she was like, how the hell? Like after, she's like, how the hell do you stay on? By yourself as well. How the hell do you stay on for hours by yourself? And just talk to yourself. I do miss the members on TNS where they can actually talk to us though. So for the likes of yourself, Jordan, and Gears, and Nella, TNS is on Discord, so it's just like Zoom on Discord where you can actually talk to me instead of typing it in the chat, so you can do that once my full fibre gets put in. Tell you what, that's good service, isn't it? Nice cup of tea. I don't know if you can see me cup. That's my old dog, Roxy, boxer dog, fantastic dog. Best dogs you can get, you know, boxers. By far. Dun, dun. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Four. Okay, so the one's got a top wick now. Can we get a 1 hour close below? Who's been watching House of the Dragon? Anyone like Game of Thrones? This music too loud, guys. It's like it's blaring in my ear. Anyone like Game of Thrones? I love the East Coast. Yeah, it is nice the East Coast, but it's bloody cold though. Maybe down south would be better. Go haven with the dog. It's good haven, isn't it? I like a bit of haven. Walking the cliffs, yeah. We have a lovely coastal walk on Anglesey. You can walk all the way around, it's fantastic. I haven't done it like, but I've done bits of it. Tiny bits. It's a good thing I have nowhere else to go, guys. Otherwise I would have said, oh, we'll jump back on at 11. Here we go. I don't know if I could take anything less, really. less than an hour, I mean. So, I mean, I don't think I could take a 30, or could we take a 30? Let's have a look. Once you get 30 close back below. I mean, if we got a 30 close below, I'd need then a top wick. Sell stops on to come down, but the hour still hasn't closed below. No, we can't take a 30. Oh, I can't take a 30. But here's the thing though, guys, right? If this hour does come straight through and tap it now, it's going to make it difficult. Because that's my advantage point here. That's my advantage point. See how this 30 is closed though? Bearish. So if this 30 can close back into the range, that would be the hour fake out. No, it wouldn't. Another 30, isn't it? We'd need this 30 to close bearish, and then the next 30 to close bearish. I don't think I would take a 30. It'd have to be an hour. Game of Thrones is fantastic now, isn't it? I have watched loads of series, especially when I was posted in Cyprus. All I used to do is watch loads of different series, and you've got all these lists of series all in order, which one from the best down. And second is like maybe Vikings for me, the Viking series, and then like The Last Kingdom, Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, Spartacus. Yeah, all close to each other like that. So second place is like Vikings, but then Game of Thrones is like there's a gap. They're like there. There's nothing close to it. As in just how it makes you feel. It is unreal. Unreal. So obviously I'm watching the new House of the Dragon, and I was a bit worried about the House of the Dragon because I know it's a spin-off, but I tell you what, they've done it really good. They've done it really good. And you always worry about these spin-offs on good shows because they can really damage the show, I think. Like with Vikings, there was Vikings, and then there was a spin-off called Vikings Valhalla, which was set later on. And I was worried about that, but again, that was another one where it actually impressed. That was good as well. Ooh. I dropped my bloody frame yesterday. Nearly broke it. Spartacus is good. Brutal, yeah. Loads of sex in it though. As a man, it's always good, isn't it? But yeah, it's I really enjoyed Spartacus. Anything to do with the Romans for me, I'm fascinated by the Romans. Just how advanced they were for their time, their era. It was just weird how advanced they were. It's like after the Romans we went back. We went backwards, and then eventually obviously we came back up. But the first professional army, the Romans, fantastic. What the end of Game of Thrones? Well, here's my thing, right? I was actually happy with it because I like shows, not what I would want, because we always want shows to have a happy ending, don't we? But I don't think shows should be like that. They should make you feel different emotions, and for me, at the end of it, I've just felt sorry for Jon Snow. I felt sorry for him. What he done for everyone, and then he ends up back in the Night's Watch. Like, you know, he could have been king and all sorts. He ended up back in the Night's Watch. So I thought the way they done the ending, I was happy with the ending. I was really happy with it. I mean, if you wanted a proper happy ending, then you would have put Khaleesi on the throne and then married to Jon Snow, and that's it. They live happily ever after. But Game of Thrones is never going to do that. The one good thing about Game of Thrones, right, is what they were good at is they kept the secrets until the episode came out. That's one good thing about them. So you didn't know what was going to happen. And another good thing is nobody on that show was safe. Like they had Sean Bean on at the start, and you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm like, Sean Bean's in it. He's going to be in it for ages. 3 episodes in, he gets his head chopped off. So it shows you nobody is safe in Game of Thrones. Anyone can die at any point. And the one episode where I was like, wow, was the Red Wedding. You know, when they slit all their throats and sort of kill the baby and things like that. The Red Wedding was just like, wow, you just weren't expecting it. Crazy. What a show. Alright, Sam. Watch the series Banshee. You like it. What's that about? Banshee. I'll have to have a look at that. I like good series, mate. There's a new one on Disney Plus. I literally seen this morning. And I normally screenshot. If something looks decent, I'll screenshot it. So then if I'm bored, I want to watch something, I'll go on my screenshots. But it changed over. When it rotates, it was on Disney Plus. It was like a Vikings one. It was like something like The Rise of the King or something like that, but I can't find it. Banshee. American television series. Town Bad Blood. Yeah, I like history, me though, Sam. I prefer like history stuff. This is like modern, isn't it? I'll give it a go, man. Good storyline. Yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll give you a rating, Sam. I'll give it a rating. How's that? So, why are we not driving, right? If we think logically and we're talking to price, why is this not driving? If this was enough liquidity here, and we've had the hour break, why is this one not carrying on driving? I would think you would be driving now. So, and if we're not, what is that telling us? Well, that's telling us we probably need to come back to the downside to grab more liquidity. Where's the next place to grab liquidity? Where's the liquidity now? Think about it. Where's the liquidity now on this? Where's the liquidity? There's only one place for liquidity, and it's not even that much, but it's below this. That's the only. There's no liquidity from here to here. The only way you can grab liquidity is breaking this, right? So this is what I'm saying. If you get a fake out back into this area, there's only one place to go, and that's likely down to grab liquidity here. From here though, yes, it then could carry on. Or definitely break these highs. I don't know if we're going to drive. I think you would need to break this if you're going to drive through the range. But see these wing backs. I mean, these wing backs would have played out alright, but it's just risky with the daily. Because this is now the daily with a top wick, and you broke the high with the daily. I was just worried that this daily was just going to carry on driving. That's why I wasn't willing to take the wing back sells. But they would have played out nicely. I mean, what would you have grabbed there? 27 pips you would have grabbed. So we've just got to wait really, guys, for the hour. This is probably my last thing going on really. For me to take buys, I need this tapping 2324 to take buys. So if this does flip from here and carry on up, it's no trade for me. Yeah, oh sorry, yeah, Gears, Band of Brothers is up there as well. Pacific was up there as well. That's really good. I haven't watched the REF one. I'm not really into REF stuff. I can't remember what that's called. But there is an REF one, isn't it, by the same creators? I had to see a psychiatrist after that series. 10 out of 10. Really? Ooh, I might try it then, Sam. might try it. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, or even if you're watching the recording, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. Really helps the channel, be much appreciated. Helps with all the goals and everything. If you're not in our Discord channel, you can get in for free. Jump into, use the Linktree button in the descriptions, and that'll get you in there. And then in the Discord, you'll get notified when we're going live. So we trade most weekdays from 8 AM London session. We've started doing New York session as well now, about 3 days a week with Vic and the Dean Indicator. If we do pop straight down, guys, that's probably me, because you can do. Look at this 1 hour straight through. I want this as an advantage point to see. Let me see what this 30 is going to do though. I don't know whether I take this 30. If this 30 closes like, I sort of don't want this 30 to close like that. I want this 30 to close respecting, pull back, and then the next 30 closing. I won't be taking the 30 though, but the 30 could initiate the push down, which I can't do anything with it. Yes, Peaky Blinders is another one, Nella. Me and Emma love Peaky Blinders. That was good. We liked Walking Dead, right? But it just dried up. Like, went on for that long. We haven't even caught up with it all. Because it's like they've killed all the zombies now. It's just like, it's more like EastEnders now, where people are cheating on each other, backstabbing each other, murdering each other. No, it's just like a soap. We're just waiting for an hour close, guys. Oh, 5 minute close here. is what we want really. We sort of don't want this 30 to close below, because if it does, then the next 30 might drive further down. I mean, this one didn't close bullish, so that we still would have had an hour break to the downside at that. It's tough to say whether this is counter trend trade, because the daily's so bullish. Technically, this daily could end up being bullish and push and break all the highs, so it has got a bit more of a risk to it. So whether you want to take it, it's completely up to yourself. Like I say to you all the time, we've got a bottom wick on the weekly as well, so the weekly doesn't even need a bottom wick, so the weekly could push and drive. So I'm sort of betting on that the weekly's going to flick back to the downside, or at least pull back to our take back from to break even area. But currently, yeah, we are bullish. So if you don't like the trade, guys, don't take it. Plus, you've had a forward breakout, but it has it that this area is like it's the ranges are so small, so you don't know where it's hit. You don't know what's going on with this 4. I would think you would need to come back to take partial move to break even. That's the where would this daily come back to? That's the thing. Once you get a bullet, see these dailies, it's like it's not really happened much this, where you get a daily push from here. What is this? This would be my target. This would be my TP2. Just might not get there. Look at this. This is nice. We've got to be careful of this one here though, guys. So look at this fake out back into the area, and then we had a bullish close. So we'll see if we can get a top wick, just a little top wick. And if we don't flip on that hour and we close back and we don't get activated, we'll delete, because otherwise this one would have activated, yeah. Oh, that's bloody 3 hours, sorry, my bad. Come on, I mean, look at this. 3 weeks close respecting. don't really like the look of the twos, to be honest with you. I mean, the twos should still pull back to here, but I mean, if you do push, let me have a look at this. For that 1 hour there, fake out 1 hour straight back in. If we get this, I'm probably done. Hopefully we won't. This is what we're after this here. It's all on this 1 hour really, guys, what we do. If we close respecting, it's a bit of a tricky one because you'd need it to close you above 233.30, so I would need to wait another hour, and I'm not waiting until 12 o'clock. So if we close respecting this level on the hour, I'll just call it a stream. Okay. If we close below, then I'll be looking to get in to come down to these levels. It is a riskier trade because the 4 and the 2 are bullish. So if you don't like it, don't take it. So 25 minutes, guys, we'll make a decision from there. Who's happy they didn't take buys up? If we get this fake out back in, or if you're in buys now and you get this fake out back in, this could be the weekly driving all the way down. And if it is, you're not going to be coming back to these levels. You can see the importance of just waiting for your setup, staying disciplined, and just really waiting. Might not play out, might play out. We will see. We will see. It does look like previous data. You can drive up above these levels without coming to tap 2324, unless this is the tap here, and now we can. But if this is the tap and we are going to do that, then we won't get a fake out here. We'll just get a bearish close, and then you might come down bottom wick and then flip back up to the upside. My stops are going to be up here, guys, but I mean, if you are a bit riskier, you could have stops just above the high, because I don't think you should break the high without coming to tap this. So you don't have 50 pips there, which would be nice. It's all on this hour though. If this hour close respecting, guys, I'm probably done for the day. We will see. Just the 15 pulling back up. I mean, you could watch it and analyse it off the lower time frames, but you'll just send yourself a bit crazy. Well, the 15 looks like a close respect in this minor. Gotta wait, guys. 30. Oh, the 30 broke back into the range though. So could this 30 flip to the downside? Because if it does flip now, is it going to flip and drive? I don't like the 30s though, because you can get fake outs, but is the 30 going to flip and drive? I think I would need an hour really. It's been a weird month, guys. I won't lie, it's been a tough month in regards to catching setups. But this is what it does throughout the year. You'll see there'll be phases where hard to catch trades, the setups are just not there. There'll be phases where every day setup after setup after setup. Then there'll be phases where it's so easy. It's a simple breakout, pull back, buy, stop, gone. So you just go through all these cycles throughout the year. Is this going to flip back to the downside now? And if it is, are we going to get that fake out on the 15? Oh, we flipped up. Are we going to carry on driving now, guys? Oh, what's the 15 doing? No top, no bottom wick. Oh, tricky one this, like. So this is the last 15 of the hour. So what we would really need to, it's nice that you've got no top wick here and no bottom wick. So is this 15 gonna and then flip? Not sure. I probably can't see it really, but I might be wrong. I'm hoping so. Oh, guys. Can we pull back? I can't take anything on the hour here because this is the range on the hour now and you filled it, so 12 minutes. Are we going to flip back to the downside? Is there going to be a plot twist? Is this going to pull back on the last 5 or 10 minutes? How's everyone's trading been this week? Have you caught much? Are you in profit? Is anybody down? Anybody struggling with anything in regards to setups? Our shop's going live soon, guys, and some of the clobber on there is fantastic. It's not like your typical just merchandise, t-shirt, hoodie type. Wait until you see some of the content on there, some of the products on there. You'll be very surprised. Come on, we need to flip back to the downside. The Dean lot caught buys all the way up on this. I mean, that would have been a nice wing back sell. Look at that. 10 minutes, guys. Is this 15 gonna flip? Like, this is the question. Is this 15 gonna flip? We basically need closures back below. Can this 5 flip? We'd probably need this 5. What time are we on? Okay, we've got 2 5-minute candles. So we would need something like the next 5 like that. And then the next 5, the last 5 of the hour, then be like that. That's what we'd need to see now. But I'm just not sure we're going to get it. We'll see. This week being my first week at it really, so it's my overall anyway profit in pips, but I may be down /BE right now. It'd be good to finish my first week in profit. Well, yeah, you're right, but don't get that in your head that you need to, because mate, you can have down months. Yeah, you can have down months, never mind weeks. Right, losing is literally part of trading. People are crazy, right? Because I was the same. I know exactly what you all go through. So even like watching people trade on YouTube, some people will jump on and you might take a loss straight away. They'll be like, shit. They'll jump off. They'll stream hop and go to another one. Yeah, but them people, they're obviously not at the stage of realizing that losses are part of it. It is part of it. It's impossible to get 100% win rate every day, every week, every month. Okay, really hard. I mean, we do pretty good. I have such a high win rate. I haven't seen anybody else at the minute with a higher win rate than sort of how I trade. From what I've seen, but I like to think so. If there is someone, let me know. But I mean, I scalp as well, so I'm only after small pips. Where some people might grab a lot more pips because they're swing trades or whatever. So the way I do it doesn't mean it's the right way to do it. But you need to understand that losses are part of it, and you might be down that week, but next week you might bring it all back. So don't worry about being down at the minute. All you want to be doing is repetition at your stage, Jordan. Repetition, keep getting on the charts, keep taking trades. But proper trades, not just taking any shit, because we need to train our brain to take high probability setups, don't we? As soon as you take not a high probability setup and you just think, oh fuck it, I'll just get in on this because I'm bored or whatever, you're putting your brain back. You're taking a step back, and we don't want that. They massively do. Losers, you do learn a lot more from losses than you do, because you go back and analyse your losses, don't you? Where you don't go back and analyse your winners. We always go back to analyse our losses. Therefore you learn a lot more from losing. And it's weird because I am going to say this, and this might put you off, but I'll always be honest with you. You've got to get to the stage where you're so frustrated with Forex that it just brings you to your knees, because you're just so pissed off. And it's normally around the break even stage where you're like, you make loads of profit and then you're losing it. But you're not blowing accounts. The break-even stage is the hardest phase to get through. And that's where a lot of traders give up, when you're stuck in that break-even area. But eventually, you've just got to keep doing the same thing over again, and it just sorts itself out. where you do start being profitable. We really need a bearish 5 close, really. I don't think we're going to get this hour breakout here, guys, unless we get a big 5 push down. But I just don't know. Have we got news today? Let's have a look. 1:30. Yeah, it is. I mean, a 5 bearish close would help, but a bigger bearish close would be nice. Gold looks too strong here. Gold's 58.4 going up, 27.6 going down for the dollar. I need the dollar, all I need. Ooh. So there's a 5 close. We need a big, basically, I don't think we're going to get it, but we need a 5 close like that. That's what we need now. 1 5-minute, oh, we're there. We could potentially get it, look at that. That's what we need, something like that. I just don't know if we're going to get that. A 15 like. We've got no bottom wick on the 15. Next week, what we like next week? What have I got next week? I think we're a full week next week, guys. We're a full week next week at the minute currently. So a full week's worth of trade Monday to Friday at the moment. Come on the 5, get down there. I don't know whether I can take, unless I get an hour break back below, I don't think I can take anything else really. This hour's closing bullish, but it hasn't drove. We just like that. So it means we could just mess about. There's really no point in staying on the charts. And I wouldn't take anything less than an hour close below here. Because if you look left, this one came down. You might have had some 15 or 5 closes below. And then you still just faked out back up. Yeah, it's not going to happen, is it? I think the 5's flipped up, hasn't it? 5 flipped, yeah. 5 still bullish. Guys, another no trade, you know, I think. Hopefully next month we'll have a better month. What are we next month? We're July next month. Next month's going to be a fantastic month. It's going to be a fantastic month. Yeah. It's not going to happen, guys, for me. The hour's bullish, and this is the next range on the hour, so yeah, I mean you could come to this and then get the bearish close and then come through, but I can't really do anything here. What's this here? you're very bullish, so it's like, I don't even think I'd take that. You've already been up there. Doesn't mean you're going to drive, because you've got areas here where you can just reject from. It's quite a strong area, really. I'm just thinking, could we get a wing back buy? Probably couldn't now, because we've already cleared that bottom wick. And we didn't get that close above. Ah, what a shame. Okay, guys, right. I'm not going to waste any more time on here. Any questions before I go? It's a no trade day today, guys. That is the only thing I was looking for, that 1 hour close below. I'm not sure. That's the only thing I would take to come back down, but you'd need closures above these levels to take buys now, so you're going to have to wait another hour. And that'll be 12 o'clock. And then you'd need a bottom wick for me to take, so it's just no point. It's Friday as well. Just have a fantastic weekend. Any questions before I go? If you haven't done so, please drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, jump into our Discord. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. And I will see you. Oh, no top wick either, you little bastard. You little bastard. Okay, I'm still not taking it though. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you all on Monday, 8 o'clock. Alright guys, love yous and leave yous. See you later, everyone. Bye.